Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. It's Pip Todman here, Queen Pip Cards from queenpipcards.com, and we are live for my Moody Monday. Sorry, another technical issue, so I'm a little bit late than I planned. We're going to be playing with this today, Touch of Ink. So I'm just going to wait a second and hope that some people find me, because I was a bit delayed through some technical stuff. My wires kept folding out the back of my PC, basically. I think I need a new cable, so that's why I'm a little bit late, but don't panic, we're here. Hello, hi Louisa, hi Alison, afternoon everybody. Sorry I'm a bit late, but we're getting there eventually, as they say. So today, where's my other cards gone? Oh, I've only got a couple here to show you. That's weird. I thought I had more than this to show you, but there we go. Hi Ange. Right, so we're here, we're up, we're running. So today I'm playing with a Touch of Ink. Now a Touch of Ink is a stamp set you can earn for free in Sale-a-bration. So it's a £90 level 2 offering. And I know you think, oh, that's a little bit large, but it's a massive double stamp set. Okay, so it's huge. The pictures on the front don't do the size of these stamps justice. It's a big stamp set. So spend £90 and you get this for free. So you could choose to buy some inks or some pens or whatever else we're going to use today. And then look at all these gorgeous things that you can make. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I'm just going to turn that up a bit. No, that is as high as it's going to go. Oh, that's a weird colour. That's a weird colour. No, that's definitely where it should be. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Good. And then this one I did with Misty Moonlight and the lovely, gorgeous hummingbird. Hi, Lisa Jane. So yeah, just some lovely stuff. So we're going to play with this a little bit. I've got lots of things to play with, lots of pieces to make stuff with, so we'll be busy. Okay, so we're going to try and do something with all of this stuff. I have got as well some blends with me. Afternoon, Margaret, nice to see you here. So I've got my inks, so I can show you the two-step stamping, which this is, which is why it looks a bit weird on the stamp set. So you've got an outline image and then you've got an infill image, so you stamp that and then you stamp that, same all the way through. But you can also just stamp this or just this and then colour them. So I have also brought with me some ink, some stamping blend pens, combo pens, and I've picked some of our in colours. So I've got Just Jade, which as you can see matches with that one. Then I've got Seaside Spray, which goes beautifully with the Misty Moonlight, which is this Misty Moonlight. And then I've picked Mango Melody because we don't have a bumblebee in the blends. So I'm going to go for the light Mango Melody and see how we get on in terms of colour coordination with that. Hi Sue, how are you? So those are, we're going to play with, do a little bit with that, do a little bit with this, do a little bit with everything really. We've got lots going on today. Was there anything else I needed to tell you? Is there anything else I need to tell you? Let's have a look at my board. Here we go. So this is our host code for the month. Some of you have been using that very well, so well done. This is what I'm talking about with Sale-a-bration, £45 and a £90. So if we look in the, if you're watching this after the end of February, then this is it's gone, too late. Don't think about it, okay? But if you're watching it before the end of February, then level 1 Sale-a-bration items have got these green Just Jade stickers on them in the brochure. Okay, and there's a mint macaron one and there's a calypso coral one. They're all different colours, but they tell you it's a £45 spend to get that item for free. Okay, so you spend 45, you get the ombre papers. Spend 45, you get the Approaching Perfection stamp set. And then if you carry on going past all these lovely things, you get to this one, and this is spend £90, see, and then you get this one free. Or the other option for £90 is spend £90 and get the papers and the stamp set. So you get both for free for a £90 order. Okay. I'm putting an order in this afternoon at 2 o'clock, so if anybody wants to enjoy some shared shipping and get a Sale-a-bration item, and you can come and do a safe porch collection from me, then please email me with your details. If you're brand new to stamping and you're like, I don't know what you're going on about, don't worry, we'll get there. I'll show you some easy stamping, and then some items that you might want to use to get up to the 90 to get your stamp set, okay? Or you can go for a lower price and not use this stamp set, use something else you've got at home. Events, book a class. I'm not sure what we're doing with events at the moment because our shipping is delayed due to Brexit and the customs issues that they're encountering at the docks. So everything is delayed at the moment. I am holding my classes as normal at the moment. So my craft along on a, if you've got a kit on order, so Angela, you and me, kit on order, don't worry, we'll still have a craft along. We might just do something else if our kit hasn't arrived yet, okay? Winter retreat, same thing. I'm planning a whole thing about it. I'll write to everyone who's booked in so we know that that's okay. It won't make any difference. We will still have fun times. And then my classes for March, I'm just going to see how things go and see what we can do. In the meantime, I'll be here every week doing my Facebook Live, so you can just order as normal. And I think things are definitely getting better in terms of smaller orders seem to be going through. It's my big orders that seem to be really stuck. So I'm kind of hoping that my workshop orders that I did a week or so ago seem to have moved through the process quicker. They're still not here, but they seem to have cleared customs quicker. So I'm hoping things are starting to move. It's just volume, pure and simple, just volume. Okay, so let's start off with this card. I am going to make a card with the daisies. I love these daisies. And this is Granny Apple Green, which just pops. On the other side, you've just got green, which is also quite poppy. But I like the daisies. So we'll have some daisies. Then this is cut from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. It does hide quite a lot of the daisies, but I'm okay with that because you get some around the edge, which looks quite nice. We're going to pop that on there, and then we're going to stamp just the leaves for this one. And I'll show you the double stamping. So, because the leaves, even the leaves on their own are pretty. Which sounds strange, but they are. Oh, excuse all the nasty squelchy noises. Okay. So that's that one for on there. I don't know why I've got I've got a spare leaf. That's why I've got a spare one there. Yeah. So we'll put that on a big block. It needs a relatively large block because it's a large stamp. Everybody's still got snow. We've still got snow, but it's melting. Oh, look at that. I've just looked out my window and my little fountain in my little portable pond, you know, that Sean made out of a pink, out of one of the boxes he made pink, and he's turned it into a pond. The little fountain's working in the sunshine. The rest of the pond is completely frozen, but that little thing's whizzing away, pouring water up and down. So some of it must have melted in the sun. Because I was about to say that it's all frozen here still, but obviously not all of it. Now we're going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock to fit on that. And yes, I could probably go and do a another die cut or whatever, but I just think it's easier sometimes to pop a little, just grab some cardstock out of my stash and then just work out cutting a piece to size. I'm actually wondering if I have some pieces to size in here, but they all seem to be, they're all buried, so we won't do that. We'll just size. And the way I do this is I just get my trusty ruler and I go, okay, so that's like 9.5, so I'd do a 9, and that's a 6.5, so a 9 by 6. How easy is that? So we'll do a 9 by 6, and we'll just use our trimmer. Everybody needs a trimmer. Trimmers are the most important thing. So, along with your stamparatus, which is also a good thing. So we'll go 6, and then we'll do 9. I do want to show you many makes actually at some point. There we go. So that's now our piece of cardstock. that we are going to use, and that's going to layer beautifully. See, perfect on top of that. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So now we need our Memento ink. It's still cold in here though, I have to tell you. Okay, remembering it's a felt pad, so a bit more pressure than you would normally on our other pads. Let's grab a sheet of my grid paper. Well, you haven't had any snow. Well, you are lucky there, Margaret. Yeah, it was really deep. It was at least 3 inches, I'd say. That was really deep. And now it's literally just all frozen. So I'm going to go this way, across here. So I want most of the image to show. You've had hot temperatures in Adelaide. No, you've lost more koalas. Oh, and homes. That's both is bad, but more koalas. You haven't got koalas to lose. That's not good. Oh, honey, that's not good out in Aussie, is it, eh? No. So now I'm going in with this. Oh, we'll have to. You're raising lots of money for them though, so hopefully that'll be good and you can help them. So this is your overlay stamp. Now you'll notice it doesn't overlay, okay? Not completely, and it's a bit sort of weird and wonderful, like colours. It's not quite all solid, but that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So when you pop it down, it sort of has a watercolory effect. Just whip that out of the way for a second. So it has this watercolour effect that looks like it's just been sort of splashed on a bit. See that? Pretty, huh? So that's going to fit there, and then you can just stamp your sentiment here if you want to, or I've got some sentiments that I've cut out with my many mates, which I've actually embossed in white. Oh, can you hear that? Wow, that's a big plane going over, and I think that would look lovely on the black and green on this here. Look, see, that would just tie that together. So that's a little bit of heat embossing. I'm going to show you that die set in a minute because it is brilliant. And for those of you coming to Paper Play and the paper party and you've gone for the full in bundle, you're getting this as part of your bundle. So it's on its way at some point, hopefully. And then you can have a look and see exactly how it's going to work. So when it arrives, you know what you're doing with it. Okay. I mean, obviously it will teach you that as well in the paper party. But also for those of you not coming to the paper party, it's a great little thing to have. Right, here we go. So let's get all these layers down now. And then we can put this all together. Oh no, Lisa, that just sounds dreadful. I agree, Steph, it's not right. People need to wake up to the fact there won't be a planet if they're not very careful. They're not careful. We need to all look after what we've got and try and get some back every step of the way. Okay, so we're going to pop this down, and I hope that we're at least lifting some people today, because we are trying to do a pick-me-up video today. So let's see, has anybody got any good news that they can give me today? That's what I'd like to have. Me, I'm okay. I've had a nice weekend. The Packers lost, which was a bit of a shame, and then I completely threw everybody by saying rats and some cheese, and everyone thought I was talking about real rats and cheese, and I wasn't. I was talking about the Packers, because they're the cheeseheads. You've had hardly any snow, and you want snow, Louisa. Oh, that's a shame. So yeah, so I completely confused everyone with my little comment on Facebook last night. But in my defence, it was 11:30, and I was like, I want to go to bed now. I'm miserable because the Packers lost, and so I just put rats, and then maybe I should have put an NFL football. That might have made a little bit more difference. But everybody thought I meant I had rats in the house, and I didn't. I didn't mean that at all. So that's good. But there you go. Oh no, see, I nearly did it then. Nearly did it then. This is the perfect time to use your black dimensionals. I always forget these, don't I? Right? But black card, black dimensionals. That's the way to go. Somehow I've got a pink bit on it. There we go. So this, see, because then you can't see them. Hey Lisa, nice to meet you again. Let's see you on here again. There we go. See, and then that fits just lovely there. There we go. That's card number 1 today. What do you think? You like? Have I got a, is it dark down here again today? It feels like it is, but I don't know why. Can't go up any higher on that. That can go up a little bit higher, I suppose. Oh no, hang on. A little bit higher. Maybe we turn this, that's a bit better. Okay, okay, cool. So yes, so that's card number 1. Lovely, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. That helps. All helps, comments and love and all that all helps people find me more than anything else. Right, so that's the first one. So see, that's really easy. Stamp over, and you get sort of like this look to things. Yeah. Oh, thanks guys. Oh, Paula's on, and Sue, hello. Oh, lovely. So yeah, so that's how you get that sort of stamped with 2 colours. Now this one I use the Seaside Spray. This one I use just jade, so that's like a monotone, just black and jade, which I liked very much, that look. But this one, I like that with the thingies and the daisies. Now you could take this up a level. If you have the small daisy punch, you could put a little daisy on that and step that up a bit. And then that would cheer everybody up. You could even, you know, add the little bit of extra sparkle and cheering up. Yeah, Steph, we need to cheer people up today. Come on, let's be cheerier today. Okay, so the next one I want to do is the butterfly. So I've chosen my cardstock, white cardstock. Okay, and then this is Balmy Blue. Now, even though I'm going to use different coloured pens than Balmy Blue, it doesn't, it's going to be fine because we're merging 2 together, so it'll be all right. Okay, that's a bit upside down, isn't it? It needs to be that way, I think. So that's going to go. I love this paper. This is a £45 freebie out of Sale-a-bration, and it's called Field of Flowers. It's beautiful, isn't it? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to put the butterfly on there. Now the next stitched one, well, that's a bit small. That's a bit tiny, isn't it? That one. We could do the next stitch one, or we could do a 2 1/4 circle punch. Let's see. I think this one might work. Let's see. Actually, it might be smaller. It's a little bit smaller. So I think maybe we'll just go double layer stitched because that looks nice. But if you wanted to, you could go punched with this. Oh, thank you, Sue. So you could punch it if you wanted to. Oh, look at all the hearts going. Wow, you guys are going mental. Thank you. Okay, so on this one, we're going to stamp the butterfly. And again, it's big, the size of this thing. Huge. So I'm going to need my large stamp again, my large block again. So I need to just clean that off slightly. Just get my scrub out. Any stamper out there who doesn't have a scrub yet, you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, see, if you don't see them used, then that's when you think, yeah, I don't know what I'd do with those, and then now you do see, so that's good. Yeah, they are beautiful, but I know what you mean. They look a bit weird in the catalogue. They're like a bit funky, right? But if no one has one, if you don't have one of these, you need to get one of these. This is our scrub. It is the best thing for cleaning and drying your stamps. I love it to pieces. The chamois is also good for newbies if you don't want the, I think it's about half price, the chamois. but I always forget to get mine damp again in time for today. I use it when I go out, but not necessarily when I'm here. So, but the chamois also works. Okay, so now we're going to just position our butterfly. Again, we're using Memento Ink, and the reason why we're using Memento Ink is because we're going to use the blends on it. Okay, and you need to have an opposite ink to the ink you're using for colouring. So in this case, blends are alcohol ink, so if you don't want your butterfly to sort of smush, you need to use a dye-based ink. Margaret, you do or you don't have a scrub? You need to have a scrub. There we go. Scrubs are fab. They're so much fun. So easy. But a chamois might be better if you go with the Stamparatus, just saying, because you can wipe off the plates easier with the Stamparatus. So with the scrub, not with the chamois, that's all I'm saying. Okay, that got me confused there for a minute, but I knew what I meant really. Okay. So now I'm grabbing, yeah, it's so much quicker. I'm grabbing all my blues and my greens, and you might be like, what is she doing with the greens? But bear with me. We'll see how this goes. I haven't actually blend coloured one of these before, but I do a lot of blending, so I'm kind of okay with how things are going to turn out. So you need to lay down your colour where you want it to be, and I'm going with an all over kind of look of dark wing tips, and I'm putting just a little bit over into the sort of segments underneath. Okay, let that soak in for a bit, like so. Then I'm going to take my darker Seaside spray, and I'm just going to go straight over that. And do not concern yourself with the fact that you're going over the dark colour. You won't pick up the dark colour on your blend, and as you just keep going, you'll start to see the magic happen as everything will start to blend together. Just love blends. Colouring is so cool, so good for the soul. Okay, and then we're just going to keep that going, and then we're going to add some light down here. Hey Alyssa, hi! My word, it must be the middle of the night for you guys. Oh no, maybe you're back up and running the next day. It's tomorrow. Don't know. Oh no, you're catching me colouring. No, that's not good. Alyssa's fabulous at colouring. There we go. Let's do this. I'm going to go back over again now, a bit of dark. And you can see that as the colour really starts to take hold, it really starts to blend in. I'm going to go right back in here with another bit of dark, and you can just start to see it go back in. It's amazing, this stuff. Okay. And then I like that look, so we're going to carry that on here, but I am going to add a little bit of green just to be different. And because this is a different blue to some of the blue that's on, you know, we're using balmy blue, because I just had a balmy blue one in my pocket, you know, like I do. But jade is in here. Oh, it's 11:30 at night. Oh yes, okay. So we've got some Just Jade in this paper. So I'm just going to bring in some Just Jade, just to add a little bit. Oh, look at those two together. That's lovely. Should have done that before. Then we're going to go with our dark blue again, and then our light. That's cool. And then, as you can, you just keep going, and if you look on the back, you can see it's coming through, right? So you can see it's coming through. Yes, colouring is very therapeutic. It does calm you down. I love that jade bit. Really like that jade bit. Add a bit more dark there. Almost A little bit of light. You can actually lighten up the colours that you've just put down. It seems bizarre, but you can. But I also like to darken some. I love this jade. That's looking great. I'm going to add some jade as the body here. I know he's probably likely to have a black eye, but never mind. We'll just, Sean will tell me off for it not being anatomically correct. But there we go. We'll make it a blue eye, then it won't notice much. And and then we can just do that. And the good thing about butterflies is, if you want to, you don't actually have to merge them very well, because butterflies do go quite dramatically from one colour to the next. But I think that works overall. So there's our little butterfly chap, and he's happily coloured in. Hey Bev! Yes, Steph, it's very therapeutic, makes you feel so much better. So we're going to pop him down on here, and see, even though he's sort of a darker and slightly different blue, he still works, he fits. And then I've got another one of these that I've cut out with my many messages. Did I call it many mates again earlier? Many messages. Just a card to say hello, and I think that sort of fits in, you know, really nicely with that. And if you don't like his legs, because I know some people get a bit kind of like, ooh, legs, you could just hide his legs and then he's not quite so scary. Do you know what I mean? It's up to you. So we'll pop that one together. But he came out nice, didn't he? Love those colours together. So that's Misty Moonlight and Seaside Spray and Just Jade. I'm going to miss Seaside Spray when it disappears off in April. Ooh, definitely. And even though this is a balmy blue background, and I know we're all about colour coordination in this company, but it still works. Offset your circles. Oh, what, like that? Yeah, that looks quite nice too. I like that. That's a good plan. That's a good tip, Alyssa. We shall do that. Right, I'm going to pop that in there. There we go, like that. So we like that, yes? Like that? That is quite nice, actually. Or we could go really off, but I quite like the just bringing it down to the base like that. It's a good idea. There we go. I bet your walk was a bit nippy, wasn't it, Bev, today? A bit cold out there. Put that back in a little smidge. I'm going to put this one flat with no dimensionals, because I'm going to put dimensionals on that, and it stops it coming off. So we could just drop this down here like so. Look at that. He's standing up a bit. I might turn him a little bit. I kind of want him sitting down a bit. There we go. That's better. And then back with our black dimensionals. Nippy and slippy. Oh dear. Well, I hope you didn't slide and slip too badly. We'll pop those two on in the middle. And we'll just pop that over there. Make sure that's straight. There we go. So now we have just a card to say hello with blended images. Nice. And then we have this one, which is just stamped like that. They're cool, aren't they? I'm so quick to do. Look, I've done two of them and it's half an hour. And then I've got these other twos that I did before. I've still got more though. We can play with some more stuff. Don't panic, as they say. So here's one I thought we would do with Bumblebee. And here I'm bringing together two different papers. Is that heat embossed? Yes, it is, Bev. Yes. Yes, you missed that bit. So this is using the many messages dies. So I'll show you that. This DSP here, this one is the Fields of Flowers. It's a Sale-a-bration item. So this is a free set of papers for 45 and the stamp set is free for 90. So yeah, it's absolutely just my favourite thing at the moment. You know when you get just hooked on playing with one particular thing? Yeah, that's me. Right, where's my glue gone? Oh, I'm being noisy, sorry about that. Oh, and it's still not there anyway, it's over here. That's alright, Becky. Well, see, it's got flowers on that side, but it's got dots on this side, so I thought I'd go with the dots, because we're kind of talking circles. This one I do lots of different layering, you know me. So this layering goes right top to bottom of this piece. So there's no edge of black there, it's just edged at the sides. Make sure it's straight, it's better. And then this is going to go on here, but with an edge around it, because, you know, why not? Just to blow your mind. Yes, the daisy one is really, really pops, doesn't it? It's really nice, that one. I like them all. I think this one, funnily enough, is my favourite, with the Misty Moonlight Roses with a bit of seaside spray. I think that is just stunning. You could do so much with this paper. And then if you don't like the flowers, you know, you go turn it over and you've got all these on the other side. So this is nice. You've got the spots. So this is a spot. See that one, and this one is on one of the other sides of the papers. There we go. So I've just layered that down. Now this is from Ornate Garden, right? Because this has got the gold on the back, but it's got this is got pieces in here of So Saffron, and then these little dots are Bumblebee. So I thought they would go really nicely together on here. I might centralise this one and just be, you know, a bit more, I don't know, we'll see. And then on this one I thought we could use the flowers because it's got flowers on it. So here's some flowers. Now you can actually, if you wanted to, just stamp on here with the flowers, and then we could just put maybe this with some sentiment on it, but I quite like the idea. I'm going to put flowers, just a small bit of flowers on top of this one like this, so we can still see the flowers behind. So that was my plan. Okay, so that's what we do. Oh, back to work. Sorry, Becky, off you go. Have a good day and night for other people. Yes, enjoy, or don't work too hard, whichever one works. Right, so mean, she only gets half an hour for lunch. I mean, that's Moody Monday for you right there, isn't it? Half an hour for lunch. Okay, so this one we're just going to pop the flowers down like so, and then come back in with the other infill, because they've all got infills, every single one of them, which is really nice. So we'll just come back in with this. I might need this one might need a squarer one, yeah, just a little bit bigger than the other one. And we'll do this in the Bumblebee. There we go. And again, you just sort of line up ish with your top, your bottom and your side, and then you're like, yeah, something like that, and go for it. Okay, because it's not a perfect alignment. Oh, I was going to do it in there. Oh, never mind. I thought, oh, maybe I should do it in the Calypso Coral so it matches, but never mind. We'll just have that showing through the back. Little pop of colour coming through the back there. And then that one can be there. We could even offset it again if we wanted to, like so, and have that over, or we can put it in the, I think I'm going to go in the middle because we've got dots, and dots are kind of quite specific. And then I haven't spoken to you at all about the words that are in this. So you get thanks so much, best wishes, hello friend, and thinking of you, and hope, and love. So, you know, you've got pretty much everything you could possibly want. I'm going to do a best wishes one. Thanks, Alyssa. I'm going to do best wishes, and I'm going to put that on a bit of paper, one of my scrappy bits. So the scrappy bits that you get off the side of your cards just fit it perfectly. So I'll do it in black again, I think, so it shows up. I'm going to pop an ending on it. Lovely. Then, oh, one moment, Cora, I have somebody at the door. excited then. I thought it was going to be my UPS delivery, but no, it was just a postman with stuff for Sean, not even for me. Shocking. So, never mind, eh? I hope you've kept yourselves amused. Okay, I'm going to chop this here, and then I'm going to top and tail this. I would put it in my punch, but my punch is behind my thingy, and if I do that I'll lose you, so I can't do that because my phone keeps pinging in and out of the thing. So I'm just going to do this. I forgot to keep my punch out, how silly. And the punch I'm talking about is the Label Me Pick a Punch label punch thingy. Pick a lovely punch. I don't know. Anyway, we used it at class at the weekend. So, and then we can either have that coming over here, or we can just tuck it under. It's not going to fit completely under, but it might fit a little bit under. Oh, I really want it coming over there, to be honest. So I might have, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That looks better. Got to get you got to get it so it works. You can't have, I don't think you can have an end just sort of hanging in the middle of a card. For me that feels wrong. I want it attached and anchored to something. So that's could just be me though. No, Leslie, it wasn't my UPS man. I so wanted to be my UPS man. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Thanks, Lisa. I'm glad you like. I'm going to put this one flat too, I think. Put it all flat really, but I'm going to drop this one in here. Keep this one on the same thingy just because of the polka dots. Maybe move that around a smidge. I like the ability for me to change my mind with multi-purpose glue. That's not straight, so we'll just move it up a bit. There we go. That's better. And then we need white ones for this one. Here we go. Pop this on here. Well, see, Lisa, this is what you're going to get in your box, a pack of this in your extravaganza box when it arrives. So you're going to get a whole pack of this paper, which is going to be lovely. Right, which is why I chose it as the option. I'm just going to drop it just a slight touch higher, so it just has this bit poking out the bottom here. Can you see that? There we go. So now we have that one, these. Oh, we're doing well, aren't we? Got one more to go because we haven't yet done the hummingbird. So that's the next one we've got to do. So I'm going to have a bit of a clean because I've run out of blocks, so bear with. I quite like, that's a bit of random twine. I quite like that one, actually. So I've tried to pick different papers to the ones that I've shown you so that we can play with different things and just show you how things might look if you mix them with stuff that you have in your stash already. So you might have stitched squares, stitched circles, you might have, well, this is all from the Stitch Shapes, to be fair. This is the Stitch So Sweetly, and then of course these wordings for many messages, which I will show you in a sec too. Did I clean all of those? No, I missed one. I thought I did. Missed one. Okay. You'll email these designs. What does that mean, Beverly? You'll email these designs. Are you going to email some designs you've done with these? That would be nice. If you're in my treats on Tuesday, you will be getting a class for these tomorrow. So all my customers will be getting a class for this tomorrow. Not necessarily these specific ones, but I've done so many, I've got a class for you. So you will be getting some of these in the mail, in an email. Oh, oh, predictive text went from love to email. Isn't that funny? Oh, predictive text, eh? You've no idea what it's going to do next to your life. Oh, well, I'm glad you like these designs because you're going to get some more of them tomorrow, so that's good. And don't forget, guys, for those of you who haven't yet purchased £50 in my shop, you'll also get the 62 Dandy Garden Dragonfly tutorial bundle, which is massive, and I've had some lovely feedback about it from people all over the world. And if you don't want to purchase from me because you're a demo, you can still get it. You could just buy it in my online store, so I'll pop the link up for that. You can just, it's £17. It's a price that's agreed with everybody throughout the world who inputted into the tutorials, so it's the same price around the world based on conversions and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's you won't get it cheaper anywhere else, let me put it that way. So you can either buy it for 17 or you can spend 50 and get it for free and your £50 product, so you know, that's a bargain. Okay, so let's do the hummingbird to finish. Okay, just finishes on a fits on a D block. Right, so what colour am I going to go next? Dun, dun, dun. We're going to go pink and red. You're like, what? Say what? But yes, look at this one. So this has got Blushing Bride and Real Red, and I think there's a touch of Puppy Parade in there as well, and a touch of even what's this one, Petal Pink as well. So it's got all the pinks and pretty much all the reds apart from Cherry Cobbler in there as well. But look how that goes together. Now that's on the back of this one, so you could have stripy or you could have flowery. I decided I was going to go flowery this time because we're going to have a hummingbird, and I want my hummingbird to kind of be coming in from the side, hovering over that whole kind of flower vest. Okay, so did I have another? Didn't have another circle, so I need another circle. Just going to go straight on with a big circle. Ooh, maybe that's too big. Yeah, but then again, the hummingbird is big. What did I do last time? I think I did an oval last time. Is that going to be too big on that side? Maybe we won't have a whole hummingbird because otherwise it'll be too big, I think. I don't know. That'll be okay, won't it? Yeah, we can fit that on there. That'll be fine. It'll work. Sometimes you just have to check, but I think we can make that work. We pop that over there. I mean, last time I think I did an oval this way and that fitted in quite nicely. So this is quite big in comparison, but I think it will work okay this way around. So we'll do that. Okay, so again, back with this. And this time I'm going to do the infill in my Blushing Bride. So it's just going to be a two-step, and it's so easy. So easy. I know they hover sideways, but you know, there we go. Sometimes I feel like it should be flying up just a smidge. Just a smidge. Sorry, I need to reach over to get my Blushing Bride. There we go. And then straight in with a spot of Blushing Bride. Now if you wanted to, you could add a touch of blends over the top of this, because it has quite a lot of gaps, this one. See, there's quite a lot of gaps on the wings. So if you wanted to, you can go and add a little bit of extra colour. So let me just go and grab my Flirty Flamingo, because I think Flirty will go nicely with this. And then we'll just add some sort of flicks in there. And I know you're going to say, I can't see that, Pip, what are you doing? But it becomes clearer as you go. You're just adding a little bit of depth. And then the same with the dark. And then if the dark gets too dark, you just go back over it again with the lighter one. Sometimes I get a little heavy-handed with my flicks. That's a little heavy. It's okay. Either you can go in with the colour remover or you can just lighten it a bit. With this one. I'll take it out eventually. There you go. Quite like that little bit of extra colour in it, just from a few added blending bits, like so. See that? Maybe it'd be better if you can cut if it comes up. See, I just added a little bit of extra colour in there, like so. Right, so this one's going to be even faster than the last lot. So I love quick cards, you know me, I'm a quick card person. Now obviously I have cut all my shapes beforehand, and yes, I know that adds time, but what I do is I just cut a whole bunch all at once. I know I love my stitch shapes, so I just cut a whole bunch of them, as you've seen in my little pot. And I've got a whole bunch of shapes in here, and then I can just use them wherever I want. So I could just stick on a label, you know, like I did with the Stitch So Sweetly, and then I just cut a piece of Whisper White to fit inside. Or I've got a whole bunch of these stitch circles, and I've got some squares, I've got some punch circles. So if you just build up a little stash of this with colours that you use quite a lot, then you tend to have a good selection of what you might need at any one time. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. And then I'm going to use my last many messages that I've got here, that I pulled out on this one, because I think again with the black it goes very nicely. So we'll pop this up on dimensionals, remembering that this is big, right? So no soggy middles here with us today. There we go. Make sure that's got nice coverage. Pop that one, maybe just sort of there-ish, just over the edge slightly. Oh look, I've made it go back down again now. There you go, Sale-a-bration. And then the last one that I had was, I'm happy to celebrate these moments with you. And that's just a nice message, isn't it? Could be anything, that, couldn't it? Put a bit of glue on this side, and then a black dimensional on the other, possibly two, just to be sure. Oh, don't flip it over and get it stuck. And then we'll just slide that on, like so. Make sure we're happy with it, it's straight. And then you can push the bits down. There we go. So, what do you think of that lot then? That's a lot of cards, isn't it? Huge amount of cards. And we've done all of that in not even an hour. We've done 4 cards, not even an hour. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4 today. 2 from before. Have to say I love that one with the blending. There we go. A bit like that. They look okay, don't they? I think. Right, and then I'm going to show you the many messages, because it is a stonking stamp set. I have it already set up on my Stamparatus because it's so large. You have to do it with the Stamparatus. Well, you do if you're like me and you worry that you're going to miss some stuff. So I'm going to have to turn this overhead light off, I think. Let's turn that off. Right, so now I might turn these lights up a little bit. Hopefully you can get a bit, hopefully you can still see because I've turned the overhead one out. Thank you. So this is the stamp. It's a single stamp. It's huge. All big, one big stamp, okay? But it has all of these, lots of these different messages on it. Hooray, it's your birthday, thank you, happy birthday, be strong, blah, 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 right? So you stamp it all in one go. And I'm not actually going to do it because I need my big, stamping cut and emboss. But I will get the bits out so I can show you. Where are we? I'll get the bits out, so I'll stamp it so you can see it, but I'm not actually going to cut it out. So we've got a piece of cardstock here. This should be big enough. Yeah, just about. So pop that in there, and then I attach it at the top. I don't do two, I have to say. I only really do the one. Oh, that's a bit close on that edge. Hold on. Needs to come over a smidge. So you just need to make sure, oh, I can't put it there because that's where the other one is, so I'm going to have to put it on this side. There we go. Yeah, make sure that it's going to be across from that, that's it. So make sure you can get it in both sides, okay, and leave a little bit of a gap around it. I'm going to do this one in Memento. Thank you. Thanks, Trina. Thanks, Alice. Lovely. Glad you liked it. So this is the box that this die comes in, and you do have to be careful, make sure that you go across all of them because there's lots of them to ink up, so make sure you've inked up everything. Big die. Okay, then you're going to pop it over and do this. Now when I did the embossed one, it was black cardstock and I stamped it with Versamark, and then obviously put on my Whisper White, or my white, whatever it's called, white Stampin' Emboss, isn't it? So make sure you've got a good connection. Oh, I've missed a bit down here, see? So you just got to make sure that you get all the bits in. There we go. That's the beauty of the Stamparatus, because you can go back on pieces you miss. You can go back, you can fill them up. Okay, so that's all okay, I think. Just going to add, it's just this one here and this one here needs a bit more oomph, and the happy birthday maybe as well, a bit more oomph. So if you think it needs a bit more oomph, go back in with some more ink and do it again. So happy birthday again, thank you, sending happy thoughts. That's better. See how much clearer that is? And it's just because it's a big stamp and you need to make sure your pressure's even as you go over, and sometimes that's hard to do. Okay, so now I'm going to take that out and I'm going to turn the top light back on again so you can see a bit better, hopefully. Because now what we have is we have a large piece of cardstock that's just got loads and loads of words all over it. But the joy comes with the die, because you get a single die in the set, and that die fits perfectly like that over your words, and you just have to try and line up, make sure that you're lining up your stars. And I found if you line up your stars and your heart at the top, you're roughly in the right place. You need to go a little bit up on this one because your anniversary is really tight to that. And if it's just not quite right on the heart, I don't panic, but it's going to be close enough. And then you run that, whoops, I would stick tape on it for sure, so I would tape it and then run that through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And then what you get out from it, and you can do it with solid cardstock and you can do it with coloured, as I say, embossed, and then what you get out from that is a whole bunch. You get them all cut like this. So I've done this in various different colours, and you get thank you for being you, sending happy thoughts, all chopped. And then these are the ones I've done embossed. These are the long ones. I keep my long ones and short ones separate just so that I have some vague hope of finding the one that I actually want. And I do generally find the one I want because you go by the shape, you know. So be brave, be strong, be brave, you've got this. Be strong, be brave, you've got this, you know. So they're cool. And then you can also cut them out in just plain stuff. And then you've got a whole bunch of little accents that you can put on your cards. It is a great bundle, Beverly, and that's why we chose it for our paper play. So those of you who bought the all-in paper party, you've got this coming to you, along with the Dragonfly bundle and the back-to-back bloom stamp set. Well done you. It's an awesome bundle. So as I say, I'll be using that a lot. I love it. especially for when, you know, because when you cut it out, you get all of those and you just stick them in your pot, and then every time you want to make a card, whoosh, sending a smile your way. Just wanted to say, just a card to say hello, sending happy thoughts. You know, they're not even birthdays or anything like that. There are some birthdays, but that's how I can have my birthday, just a card to say hello, celebrate, oh happy day. All of those are from the same stamp set, and then these two are from the actual Touches of Ink stamp set. Isn't it cool? Don't you think that's cool? I love it when they come out with something clever. I love clever things. Clever things make my world a happy place. Anyway, so there you go. I promised you I'd show you the many messages bundle, so I have. This is where the chamois comes in really handy, because getting your scrub onto that is quite tricky. So if you don't have a chamois, you can wash it under the sink, okay, and use a microfiber cloth to dry it, or just leave it to stand to dry. But if you've got your chamois, it just wipes off straight away, so that's even better. Okay, so there you go. That's me for this week. Don't forget to use my host code when you place an order. £45 will get you the paper, £90 will get you the stamp set. And if you spend over 50, then you'll get my tutorial bundle for 62 cards using the Dandy Garden Suite, which of course only gives you like colorways and layout options and all different things. You don't have to use it for the suite. So I hope you've enjoyed it today. I hope this has cheered up your moody Monday. It's actually, the sun is shining outside, which is really nice here. So hopefully no more snow and we'll all be fine, apart from Louisa who wants it, and we will have a good week. And I will see you here, same place, same time next week. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. This is Pip saying bye-bye from queenbookcards.com. Cheers, bye.